Ladies and gentlemen, it's fucking history right here. Welcome to the Cole and Soul We Plugged In podcast. It's lit. We are finally here. I'm NishoSoul.
And I'm Nicole Learner.
In case you couldn't catch from the name, she's Cole, I'm Soul. And we have Odd Mojo with us a little bit more with Odd Mojo in a little bit. Just want to clear up who I am, who Nick is, what we plugged in is, why we're doing this podcast. I am a rapper, producer, graphic artist. I've been down in the DMV scene for 4 years now, and Nick linked up with me and was like, "Hey, we could really do this podcast and really make something great." And I'm like, "I'm down." So fast forward to now, and we are finally here. This has been months in the making. So if you're listening right now, I greatly appreciate you. We greatly appreciate you, and I'm gonna throw it over to Nick and let her explain what we plugged in is and why we're here. So, Nick.
Word. So this is Nicole Learner right here. I'm also an artist, future, business entrepreneur and all that
Okay.
good stuff.
All right. Okay.
So basically, what we plugged in is a platform for the DMV right now for artists to get to know each other, link up together, and build a fan base for themselves. So any avenue that we could explore to reach out to people, to get people to be in on what's going on in the local music scene, then we want people to be involved. If you don't have a problem with going into a local store, you shouldn't have a problem supporting a local artist and getting them bigger.
Right.
So, it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. So, Mike, can you go ahead and give us a good introduction for Mojo here?
A good introduction. What? All right.
Give us a great introduction.
Oh, just like over the top, no reason, fanfare. All right, but for real. For those who don't know how this is gonna work, we're just gonna break it down like this. We're doing this monthly, and we're gonna bring in a different guest every month that we do this. So if y'all support us enough, we can get more people. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Keep listening. But our first guest this month, I wanted this person on the show because you want to talk about somebody who's like really progressed in their craft and just as a person. I automatically think of this person for real. Like, when did we meet? Like, last year, I think?
Yeah.
Like, 2016? We met at a local show with another artist friend of ours, Alex Vaughn, who's, like, a really amazing singer. And she wrote up on me, was like, "Hey, Nisho." I was like, "What?" "I got bars. Ain't nobody ready." I was like, "Psh, okay." So, what ended up happening from there was, like, I listened to her current EP, the 94 series. And I'm like, okay, I'm convinced. And ever since, I think a little bit after that, you started doing Mojo Monday, if I'm not mistaken. We'll get into that in a little bit. But she's here. Ladies and gentlemen, Maryland MC, Odd Mojo. What's good?
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm so happy to be here.
Hey.
It's lit.
And
The
it's
energy
actually
is so dope.
and it's actual happiness. It's not like, "Oh yeah, happy to be here." Like, nah, it's real, y'all. It's real. But just a little clarity, like, hey, we on live, IG live. Just a little clarity, like, just like on who you are, how long you been doing what you do, and just like shit, how you met all of us, like how we all linked up. So, man.
Well, so my name is Odd Mojo. Well, my real name is Mahogany. The echo job like throwing me off. I'm gonna just take one earphone out. All right, it's cool. But yeah, man, I've been rapping for like 3 years. I started. It was really random how I started, for real.
Mm-hmm.
You already know the story.
I'm hip.
You probably don't know the story. But yeah, I was just in my house, like, waiting for my friend Rayante to come over. And I was on YouTube. And I don't know, I always get on YouTube to just look at, like, interviews and shit of people. And at the time, I was, like, modeling.
Mm-hmm.
So I would, like, look at interviews of models and how they made it and stuff. And then I came across this instrumental, like a Drake instrumental. And I was just like, let me flow off this shit. Let me see. Let me just see. Like, I didn't even listen to rap, y'all, or hip-hop. I was just playing around. And then I flowed off it. And I was like, I should let Rayante hear this shit. He probably gonna laugh me out. He came over. And then he was like, "Son, this shit is actually fire." And I'm like, all right, don't psych me, son. Please don't psych me. Because my dad, he's actually a rapper.
Wow.
So, like, when he said that to me, I was like, wait, face ass, like, is it in my blood? Boot ass, like.
It's in your genes, like shit. It's in your blood, like shit.
But yeah, it was cool. Like, I was just like, all right, I'm about to do this shit. And from that point on, I was rapping. But I was trying to rap with him. I never wanted to really rap by myself. I always wanted to be like a group thing. And then he didn't fall through. Then I was rapping with my friend Tyra. Shout out to Tyra. She can rap like shit, but she was on some other shit. And I was trying to rap with my friend Johnny. he wasn't fucking with it like that. He went to college, and I was just like,
everybody
fuck,
loafing
man,
and
I
shit.
gotta do this shit because I'm still like heavy with it. Even if, you know, after Rayante left, I still was trying to work with other people and shit. But then that's when I ran into Tyler, aka Rose.
Hey,
He has so many
shout
names.
To the clan, shout to everybody. We got a lot
shout
of
out
people
to Ku
shout
Klux
out.
Klan. They really pushed me to do this shit.
Goats.
I told him that I rap, and he didn't believe me either. Like, he was like, man, whatever. And then I spit some shit for him, and he was like, yeah, that shit tight. So
Rose,
he told me about the shows that he was having, and I was like, people actually have shows in DC. That's cool as shit.
Yep.
And he took me out to one of them, and that's when I seen a Coco. That's with Suge Savage.
Shout out to a Coco.
Yes, I miss a Coco.
Because yes.
Like, they were so tight as shit. But yeah, I seen them live, and I was like, yo, there's females doing this shit in this area? Like, that's cool as shit. And then I was like, yo, I gotta do this shit, like, real live. And I just stayed consistent with it. Back in 2014, that's when I released my first track, the intro. I was supposed to release 94 in 2014, but I didn't. And I really just stayed with that shit. And I ended up releasing my first EP in 2016. So ever since then, it's just been happening. Like, niggas just been reaching out to me because they see the consistency and everything. And just being around people and being in the DMV area is just keeping me going, just seeing people do shit. So I'm here. That was long as shit. But.
It's all good. It's all good. But main two takeaways I got: Drake just got you started rapping. Let's start there. I'm kidding. But that, and then when you said a Coco, I think that was the thing that stood out. Like, you couldn't have gotten a better start from a Coco, because like Suge and Irie individually are dope, but when they came together. And just for context for those listening, this is like 2014. Like, they had never come out with a project. Like, they were dropping music like here and there, on and off. And when they came out with their project, it was like, I would say that was one of the few instances I saw like the whole city like behind somebody. I'm like, bruh, they got a juice. Like,
they had the juice for real.
It was like you got your main people were like your Wale, your Glizzy, your Fat Trell, and everybody, but a Coco, I would say, like, that was like the start of something like completely amazing, for real.
Definitely.
So you definitely got the best start possible.
I gotta research this because I'm late to the curve.
Yeah, you tripping. I'll show you a video right after this.
Look, Nick. Nick.
They were tight as shit.
Look, man.
That's good that you focusing on yourself, though.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just old. I don't be knowing stuff if I don't go to a show. If I don't meet the person, then I don't really know like that.
I feel you.
Yeah, I used to be, but I dialed out of the scene a little bit.
Hey.
Damn, you
trying? That's what
why,
I'm trying.
Wow, son, you make me feel like I might be like that with some shit in the future.
Nah, man, nah.
But that's maybe it's probably like a me thing because I always want to help people out. Like, I have this. I'm not about to say it. I don't want nobody steal my idea, but
it's all
I
good.
just like want to have like a.
We plugged in.
I'm gonna just say it. I have a dream of like doing like you guys heard of America's Next Top Model?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I want to do like America's Next big female rapper. Like, I want to do a show like that and have like all female judges. Maybe one guy, he could be gay. Like, I just want to put on females. Like,
look, copyright. We plugged in. We did this.
Yeah.
But that's the Odd Mojo trademark right there. That's Odd Mojo.
/ Odd Mojo /
It's definitely possible, especially nowadays. Like, the push for women to be, held on the same level as men. It's like right there, budding. Everybody's pushing for women right now. So this is like the perfect time whenever you get ready to do it, and the platform is situated to do it for real.
And it's funny because this actually leads into my topic.
It really does, though.
It leads into the first half of the show, which is new journeys, new things to traverse and whatnot. Reason I wanted to pick this topic because, like, this podcast is a new journey in itself. Like, you would have told me like 10 years ago or like 8 years ago, hey, start a podcast. I'd have like, okay, all right. Podcast, funny. But for real, like, this is something completely different. Like, Nick hit me up about it, and it was like, hey, this is something we could open up a whole new door with, you know what I mean? So, like, shit. Like, new journey, I mean, for me, this has, like, been a part of a big journey on my own. Like, I just got my own place a month ago. And
shout out to you, man.
Thank you. Struggle. That's what I think of when I think of a new journey, and that's why I wanted to bring it up for, like, my half of the show. So, like new journey in anything, like being a rapper, being an artist, being whatever y'all a part of, like enjoy the fuck out of that journey. Seriously, like 'cause
You know what?
it
Can
ain't
I
nothing
say
but a
something
blessing.
on that?
Go ahead.
People really do need to like enjoy the journey for real, because I felt like recently I got out of that shit, but I felt like I wasn't living in it for real. I was just doing that shit because I was so
Word.
hungry to do everything. I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that, but I'm not really living in it. Like, okay, y'all heard about that girl that passed away recently called Lundy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like
I've seen everybody.
it's kind of
really
weird.
talking
Lundy
about that.
badass, right?
Yeah, she was dope as shit. Like, I really fuck with her. I heard about her a while back. Somebody had mentioned us in like a tweet and said like female rappers you should check out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, let me go check her out. She from DC, that's tight. And I heard a couple of songs, but I didn't really do that much like hard research.
Right.
And then when she died, people were just like talking about her like consistently, like just going in, just like, yo, she was tight as shit. And I'm just like, damn, like that's fucked up. So I want to do more research on her. And then I was just like looking at her videos, like her vlogs and everything. And then like some people were saying like, what were they saying? They were like, damn, she could have made it. And I'm like, nah, son, she already made it. Like,
Yeah.
by her doing this, she's making it. And that just made me think, like, I need to stop saying, like, oh, I can't wait till I have, like, an interview with, like, The Breakfast Club or Sway, instead of appreciating the interviews that I'm having now,
Yeah.
like, living in the moment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or, like,
Right.
oh, I can't wait till I'm performing at Coachella, but why can't I appreciate that I'm performing at Red Line Wednesdays? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
like,
I agree.
I feel you when you say,
Yeah.
like, live in this moment, like follow, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is real.
Right.
You really gotta live in a moment, because before you know it, you're gonna be a fucking robot. Like,
Whole time.
but
like,
rest in peace to her, man. She really inspired me to just like live,
That's
really do
beautiful.
this shit.
Word. And it's funny you mentioned like remembering people after they've gone on and they passed to remember their greatness. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is a true story. I don't think I've ever told this. I met like a good majority of the Ku Klux Klan, the KOOL clan. Not so nobody think I got fucked up. Not the clan that does that other shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like when I met EU, when I met him, when I met Rose, like it was after AV Pass. If for those in context, like Avion Andromeda is like easily one of the. I would say he was one of the most gifted rappers from the area.
Yeah, he
And
was lit as shit. I
it was
haven't
like-
met him, but
It was like 2011, 2012, he passed away, and I woke up to seeing the tweets on it, like RP, RP. I'm like, yo, who's Avion? Like, I didn't know, I wasn't hip. And all I heard was good things about him. Like, he could rap his ass off. He loved his shit. And the funny thing is, like, with him passing, I ended up meeting so many dope people. Like, through him, I met so many dope people, and like Rose and them and all them, like, they just got even hungrier to do this. Like, they got way more hungry to just like. Not even make it, just like to rap and make dope music. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm sitting here like that. Put it in context for me. I'm like, okay, that's how you make an impact. Like with your journey, you know, like that's how you make an impact. Like with Lundy, with AV, with God forbid anybody else, you know.
Swipey, rest in peace, Swipey.
Or young Swipey, like that's how it is. Like, I mean, I hate that it has to be that way, but like you end up discovering something new and meeting new people through it. Like it sucks, but I'm like, yeah.
That's my favorite part about it. Like, you go to all these shows and you meet all these different artists, all these different people from different walks of life. And they could, like, you never know what they could connect you to.
Exactly.
You know, what they can teach you, whether it's good or bad. Like
shit.
it's some people you meet and then they F up and you be like, all right, let me not do what they do.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And there's
feel
some
that.
people who do good stuff and you be like, oh, dang, she moved like this. Like, and you don't have to move that exact way. But then you could be like, oh, I know to be humble and just network and
Sit down.
collaborate. Exactly.
Shout out to Kendrick Lamar.
Because, I mean, you know, we know who those people are in the city who are like, oh, no, you don't want to work with them.
It's
Or
real.
something like
It's
that.
real. Like,
And then, and
like-
then, you know, like, and then you got to pick what reputation. Do you want to be that person? Or do you want to be that person be like, oh, yeah, nah, you want to work with
you
her?
wanna
Like,
fuck with them, right?
one of the artists on
Yeah.
a bigger scale I've been looking at just to see how he moves is Chance the Rapper.
Chano.
But then also another person I look at who I like the way he moves is, what's his name?
Chance, come on
Tyler,
the
the Creator.
Chance,
Oh
come on
my
the show, bro.
God.
And they're
That's
two
how I
opposite
started
people.
rapping, from
Look.
Tyler.
Look, quick
Two
plug.
opposite people.
Quick plug, Chance. Tyler, come on the show, y'all. Please.
Right.
Please get
But they're
ratings.
two
Like,
different people, and they affect two people in two different ways. But they're like so good at socializing. And
yes.
just
Like,
people liking them and
It's all
like
about networking, being
Yeah.
yourself.
just getting around. Like it's a part of the journey. Like you
it's
picked
a
great
part of the
topic,
journey.
like,
It's a part of the journey. It comes back, you know? Yeah, we are this wild in person, just for the record, y'all. It's real. But more to something recent. Mojo, we met last year at Pastor Ox. Shout out to Pastor Ox, y'all are dope.
Hey, Pastor Ock.
Local brand that promotes nothing but like DC artists, Maryland, VA, and I actually met Mojo at that show, right? If I'm mistaken.
Yeah, we did. We met at that show. I went to go support my friend Alex Vaughn. Shout out to AV.
Alex, hey, if you listening, get on the show, please. More guests, but like when Mojo hit me, and like she was like saying she was supporting Alex, I was like, bro, she's amazing, she's dope, and then hit me up, hey, I got bars too. I was like, like it's like you know how you want to believe it, and then you really gotta look.
Yeah, there's so many people that you meet at shows, and they just tell you.
And the same thing happened with me. Like people don't look at me and be like, Mike, you're a rapper. And same thing with Nick. Like as long as I know Nick, both of us got the same thing. You don't look like a rapper. I'm like, what the fuck does a rapper
I don't
look
like?
like
A rapper I feel like all
like
good ass rappers don't really look like rappers.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what does a rapper look like? You don't have a look. You know what I mean? If you got the talent, you got the talent. If you got the business mind, you got the business mind. You know what I mean? Like,
They want you to have big gold chains and then be dancing around and shit. Be flashing money in the club and shit.
Like,
that's what they want. Pull up in a nice car that's not yours. Get that joint rented.
Pull up on that. Skirt. But fuck, this actually links to another conversation I had. It's wild. Like when people are like pulling up in these cars, they borrowing and shit, and like they in the videos, like all the money they flashing and shit. I'm like, bro, y'all really living that life? Like, cause I know when I'm looking at a video I'm like, I ain't balling. Like shit.
Yeah, funny story. My video, Fearless Freestyle, I shot it at the carryout right up the street from my house. And when my mom seen the video, she was like, why did you have the video right here at Eddie's? Like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, son, I'm trying to show people where I'm at, like, how I be. This is where I go. Like, what? And she was like, why you don't try to have it somewhere nice? I'm like, no, I'm trying to show people where I'm at.
Because you're not nowhere nice right now.
Right, exactly. Like,
when you get somewhere nice, then you can be
having a video in a fat ass fucking mansion. They're like, hey, son, where was you at?
Right.
Oh, I just rented it out Airbnb.
And then for real though, it's not even worth the money. Like to fake something. Like you spend all your money to fake something, and then you look at it. You look at the video and be like, dang, that's not even me. And then people believe you like this. And then when they see you and you out,
right? See you on the whole bus, because I be on the bus,
right? See you on the X2 chilling. Right? Oh, where that Maserati at? Well, you gonna be taking a bus to your mansion? They got mansions like that in DC.
I think Rose said some shit about that. And that was the Mojo Mondays. How did that start? For those who don't know, like the Mojo Monday series is
yeah.
Like she was dropping something every Monday, right?
Yeah,
like it was like a new track, a new video. Like just break that down.
Let me break it down.
Break it down for the one time. Break it down.
Okay, so Mojo Mondays. Well, Mojo Monday is basically about me like promoting like my next project. Whenever you guys see me do like a Mojo Monday in the future or here now, it's promoting something. It's trying to get you prepared for what to expect. So last year, 2016, I started Mojo Monday to prepare for the EP, my first EP, 94. And this year, 2017, Mojo Monday is basically focusing on, like, how can I say this? Like, old school hip hop, because when people heard 94, people just start fucking with it saying, yo, you're giving me that.
Man, look.
You performed it.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, listen to 94.
Yeah, 94 is lit. It tells like a little short story about me. But when people heard 94, they were like, yo, I'm feeling this shit. It's so boom bat. So I was like, all right, for the Mojo Monday, I can basically like give them more of the boom bat feeling. So let me just go ahead and just flow off some like 90 shit and just not end the cycle, but basically just put a cap on the bottle, face ass. So, but the EP. Pause.
Wait a minute.
Pause.
No, not even that. I'm just like, boy, like, wait, girl, like shit.
It was a face ass moment. But basically, I'm really just trying to like show y'all how I be flowing off like 90 shit. Like how I really got the juice with that shit. Like that's my shit. Like
you heard it here.
I love.
You heard
boom
it.
Bad beats, but some of my fans be like, son, switch it up, son, give us some trap. So yeah.
But what I like about your flow is that even when you spit over those boom bap, you can tell that you can do like your diversity is there. Like
that's the key.
Man.
Like some artists are stuck in that '90s sound; they can't get out of it.
Right.
But you can listen to you can easily tell they give you any type of beat, you can murder that shit. Like, you can tell. It's just the magic happens when you get over one of them. You definitely could have lived in that '90s era,
son.
Like, for real.
Man.
I'm telling y'all, look, I was a rapper back in the day, man. I was a rapper in '94, man. I died. Now I'm back. I'm back, son. I'm back. I don't know what my name was. I don't think it was Odd Mojo.
What up, what up? This is NishoSoul, one half of the Nicole Soul hosting duo. Thank you for listening to We Plugged In. Stay plugged in. This is going to be fun, y'all.
All right, so Mojo Monday is basically I will release a song and a video like every other month type shit. Gotcha. So that's what he was talking about. Okay. So January I released Mass Appeal. February, all this is this year. February I released Get Money, and April I released Pad and Pen featuring Nomad the Native. Shout out to my man.
What you do, Brody? Not that alone.
Then I released the same month I released Cream, a freestyle. It's in the video with Pad and Pen. I didn't release it on any social media. Not social media. I didn't release on like Bandcamp or like SoundCloud because I wanted it to be like exclusively like with that. And shout out to New Brand for like helping me out with the video and everything. But yeah, Mojo Monday is basically just me dropping music, trying to promote my next project. That's what the whole thing is.
That's what's up. That's important for artists to have. Like every artist needs to find that consistent way to market themselves. Mm-hmm. Like to keep yourself consistently in front of people's eyes, and then also people when they see the video, they can see you because you always got to be thinking ways to like renew yourself and display yourself, but also keep it personal for everybody to relate to.
Exactly,
that's the most important thing.
I feel like videos are so popping now. That's why I came up with the idea. Like I have to release a video every month. Visual.
We special to stay in age. We need visuals.
Niggas,
we need visuals.
Niggas ain't about to go click the link in your bio. Right. Like when I released my when I released 94. Nobody really was listening to it, but when I released the video, niggas was like, "Son, when you release this, son, it's been out for like 5 months, nigga."
It's been they only like
seen it. They only heard the song because it was a video. Yeah. You have to release visuals.
Slideshows.
That's the only way people gonna fuck with you.
Facts.
Visuals are
until you get famous like Kendrick.
Then you could just release sounds. I don't know how Frank Ocean did that shit though. I don't know how he did it
because he was with Odd Future.
True. So when he branched out, I was like, "Who is this weird nigga who not crazy?"
Because like he just pulled up, like he pulled up in the oldie video, Byron in the car for a day. Like I was like,
I watched that video like 50,000 times.
Bruh, Frank fucking snapped. He snapped in the whole video.
I miss all
Byron
of them being together.
Day. Came back, ran away, smoked a pound of that hair. I was like, who is this motherfucker?
That's how I got my name from Odd Future, y'all. Like.
And I was just about to ask that. That was actually what I was about to ask. How did you get Odd Mojo?
That makes sense.
I was obsessed with Taco Bennett, and
you heard it here first. Drake and Taco Bennett. We plugged in exclusive.
I was obsessed with Taco Bennett, and I was like, if I was to name myself on Twitter Odd fucking Mojo, he would notice. Nice. I don't know why. And then on Instagram, I just put Odd Mojo because his name was Odd Taco. You know, same like number.
That's wild.
But then I was just like, for real, it kind of came from like the Odd came from Odd Future, but Mojo came from my actual name. On Facebook, my name is Mahogany Jonas because I was obsessed with the Jonas Brothers too. So my friend Asia, she started calling me Mojo, short for Mahogany Jonas. Right. So then I just put Odd Mojo together, and then it really became like a thing. Like I realized that it wasn't really my name for real. It was kind of something like describing my character for real. I feel like Odd Mojo is like a personality or like a way I feel when I come alive when I'm rapping and shit. I feel like I have this odd mojo when I'm rapping, so it's not really a name. It's who I am.
That makes sense.
Well, since we're speaking on names, Nick, how did you come up with Nicole Learner? Because I don't even think I know that story.
I don't think I know that story.
Because like, it's a very basic story.
Tell it.
Because when I met you, you was Coltrane. So
yeah, Coltrane. name was a
y'all ain't ready for that shit. Coltrane.
That was a name I came up one night when I don't even remember if I was drunk. I don't know.
Hey.
But if you're in college, everybody know you hit those moments where you just hit a wall and you just want to give up and you go into this like downward spiral of depression. And so I just was going out and I was just like, fuck it, my name Coltrane, some shit like that.
Coltrane.
Nicole Learner. Oh yeah, Nicole Learner came from. I wanted to use something close to my real name, but I hate my middle name, so that wasn't gonna work. My last name sounds
What's
like
your middle name?
Denise. I hate that.
That would have been classy though.
No,
Denise
I hate that
Learner.
name so bad.
Nicole
It made me sound like a bougie
Denise
real estate
Learner.
lawyer or something. And then my last name, I sound like a principal. What you just said?
Wait, Denise Learner.
Oh nah, bro. Oh nah.
Legends.
But my real last name, it just sound like a principal's name or some shit. So I was like, that shit's not gonna happen. So I was like, I find something else to add to the Nicole part. So that's what I did. And I was like, what do I want to represent me? And I was like, what do I think about? Like, what do I want to embody? And so I was like, I always tell everybody, like, every day you should learn something. Like, you don't have to study.
Shit, that's
right.
That's really important.
So that's where it comes from. Like, you don't have to study.
Read a book today.
You don't have to.
What,
but you
we
could
plugged
read
in educational message. Read some shit.
Read something, whether it's the free newspapers they be giving out, or read
not just on Instagram, looking at the Explore page, reading World Star.
Have a conversation with somebody you never met before. When that random person say hi to you on a bus, say hi back, and just ask them how they day go. Like,
let me speak on that. Can I speak on something real quick,
please,
y'all?
Please.
Get them plugged in, please.
I'm a victim to this. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I be a little bit irritated.
Me too.
When old people be talking to me, like old niggas be like, "How you doing, sweetheart?" But I'm like, wait, what if they really trying to? What if this is how they was back in the day? Like, what if everybody just spoke to each other? But me being ignorant, I'm like, he probably trying to talk to me. Nah, I don't want. I'm not about to say nothing back to him.
Some old
but what if he really? But son, what if they really just trying to like? What if that's how it was back in the day? I feel like people back in the day were really like nice to each other, talking to people and shit. But I feel like this generation, like, nah, ain't nobody
between this generation and what happened with like city living, where you just kind of put your hood on, or like put your sunglasses on, keep it moving. Like, between the combination of all that, like, nobody wants to like really random. Like, I say you should talk to random people, but I get annoyed because I'm just naturally a shy to myself type of person. Like, I don't like talking a lot, but like that's something I want to learn to do and be better at. Like, I want to be more. So I want to be a socialite. Like, that's a goal of mine.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I want to be able to just float in any type of crowd, talk to anybody. Like, I'm not good at that right now, but I'm trying to work towards. So I go to all these shows. It's one reason why I rap.
Going to the shows, just being involved with people, period. That shit really does help.
Exactly.
Being a rapper, John, like, helped me for real.
It helps everything.
Mike, we was just talking about that the other day, how we saw each other grow so much just from doing music.
Okay, let me break down.
We just talking about that.
It's funny how we mentioned journeys, right? But how me and Nick met, we've known each other since basically high school. And if
what
I'm not...
high school did y'all go to?
McKinley Tech.
True.
And since we're on the air, and I gotta say this, it's been 8 fucking years since we graduated. Like, I'm kind of mind blown about that. Like, I don't know how to feel.
Almost to the exact day, because we in June.
June 9th. Oh my God.
Wait, no, we just passed it.
Bruh.
It's been exact 8 years.
Moment of reflection.
We old.
Moment of reflection.
My knees say it and everything.
All right, but just like the whole thing's coming full circle thing. Like, me and Nick met in high school. She didn't know I rap. I didn't know she rap. But by convenience, I think we were in like band class or something. We were in like band class.
Oh, that's how y'all was in band.
Yeah,
no.
My boyfriend was in band. That's so cool.
The trombone.
That's where it starts for instruments.
For real.
The trombone. Good Jesus.
Super shouty.
Anyway, band memories. But like, I didn't know she rapped. She didn't know I rap. But like, it slowly started like creep around, and me and Nick both rap, but like in different ways. Like, for me, it was like, "Hey, Mike, what? Freestyle something, young naive me." Okay, all right.
Always freestyle.
Oh shit, man, Mike, do it for somebody else. I was like, me in the back of my head, just like, all right. Like, I didn't realize it then. What I know now, like, it's gonna get tiring. Like, trying to do so much to like not really impress people, but like stay in the spotlight. Like, it literally came full circle. But like, how me and Nick ended up working together. Like, we knew a producer named Volume. We know him, Reggie Volume.
Yeah.
And he was just sliding both of his beats, and I'm like, bro, Nick, you sound dope. Like, cause like I was hearing her shit.
I'm hip
hearing
to
my
Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie. Yeah, he worked with
Shout out Studios. By the way.
That's my nigga.
Yeah, Reggie Volume. He actually produced some shit on my first tape ever in 2010. Shout out to Reggie. I know.
Yeah, he's a good producer.
We got much more work on the way.
Awesome.
Oh Lord, but like
I
just seeing
remember
the
when he
progression.
first got that keyboard, that expensive ass keyboard, man.
Bro, we was.
I remember he was so hype about that keyboard. He's like, "Yo, I got a motif."
He would bring us all in one room and be like, "Yo, I got a new melody." I was like, "Bro,
I knew he was gonna be great when you saw his eyes light up because he got a new keyboard."
Exactly.
Like I've never had that moment. I don't think I've ever had that moment where I bought anything and I was just like, "Oh my God, this is going to change my life forever." And that's the look he had.
That's the spark. That was the spark.
Passion.
Like Reggie went from that keyboard to producing for like Fab, Wale. I'm like, bruh, that progression, the journey.
I'm good. The journey.
It's the work.
The journey, face ass. But like. Nick, refresh my memory. When did you drop from the top, like your first tape?
It's good. Your guess is as good as mine.
I know
I think it's 2012, probably.
For real?
Maybe 2011.
Y'all been out here for a minute.
Damn.
Man.
Cause
not serious. That was my first tape. I just did just because. Like I wasn't like seriously bill collectors. They're like a loan number.
Whole time.
Like a Navient number.
Dodge those loans if we plugged in. Like.
That's embarrassing.
We can help you dodge those loans.
Nah, they called me like 5 times today. That's
fine. They be wild.
Look, disclaimer. We plugged in does not help you dodge your loans. Like,
no, we can't. I mean, one day that's a business venture. But what were we saying about
like just where we both began and how we got here?
Yeah.
Like,
so.
Like, cause I know.
My tape from the top.
Yeah, from the top.
Yeah, I did that, but I was just like everybody found out in college that I could rap, so they was like, "You should do something." So I was like, fine. And I was like, I went home, and I still wasn't planning on doing a real tape. I was just going to do a few songs. Then turn it up into a whole tape, and then, it was what it was. I took it to some, like, professional people. They said they liked it, and they couldn't really... The only reason they could tell that I recorded on my laptop was because all the tracks were too low. Like, the volume was super low. He's like, other than that, if you told me that you recorded this on your laptop, I wouldn't believe you. I would have thought you did it in a crappy studio. That's what the dude said. But not at no laptop. I said, yeah, just me, my laptop, and my mic. This mic right here, actually. Had this mic forever.
That's where the dream started.
The baby.
Man, fuck. Where would I say I began? Like, because I would, like, before I had my SoundCloud, it was like, I had like a bunch of recordings on my dad's computer. I was just like finding beats, rapping on them. Like, it was off of like them bootleg sites before SoundCloud came up. Like, fucking Jam Glue. Like,
Jam Glue?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Jam Glue.
Like, that was low key how I first learned how to mix,
around, like,
but I didn't know it.
Days
whole time. Like, but, like, it was literally them trap ass recordings back in the day. And then I went away to school and somebody had a studio set up. They was like, yo, Mike, you really trying to do this? I was like, what? Record your mixtape. What? Like, I was like, wait, you mean a whole mixtape? Yeah. So, and future artists, don't ever do this. I had fucking 17 tracks on my first tape. Don't ever do that. Like, don't go over like a set number unless you really got some fire shit. Like, because I deeply regret having 17 tracks on my shit. I really do. But
progress, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the progress. If I didn't drop that tape, I wouldn't be here the whole time. Like, I wouldn't have progressed because like everybody was like, "Man, Mike, you can rap." It was constantly, "Mike, you can rap, you can rap, you can rap," and then it eventually turned to, "All right, I've seen your growth. You actually sound like an artist now." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the progress. And
you have to. You gotta go do that.
That's it. Like,
so you kind of already asked it because my question was like, how like current do you stay up on music artists and stuff like that? So. And then I had another question if you followed up with Complex because they just recently released their 2017 best album.
Wait, is this going into your topic, Nick? It sounds like
yes.
It. Okay, all right.
But so I looked at it and then like it still upset me like the lack of the presence of like female artists.
Yeah,
period.
I didn't see it, but
I was like only female I remember seeing on there. I could be wrong, was SZA. And I only listened to part of her project. It's pretty dope. But she only represents, like, one part of the music that women create. So, like, how do you feel in general about the lack of female presence in music?
I feel like it sucks. I don't understand why they do this. Maybe they feel like that. Maybe not. I'm not saying this to all of the guys or every guy in the world, but, like, I just feel like maybe they feel like we're really competition or we're really fucking great. Like, we're really some fucking queens. Like, y'all really not going to give us our props. Like, I hate when I see shit on Twitter and they're like, favorite rapper, or how can I say this? They'll be like, choose which rapper is the best, and they'll be like Drake, Kanye West, or like Lil Wayne, and it'll be like Chance the Rapper. But what if not? No, if I'm not really a Nicki Minaj fan, but what about Nicki Minaj? Like, why isn't she in the category? Like, why isn't any female rapper in the category? Rhapsody, she's been doing shit like
Rhapsody, please come on the show, please. I love
don't
you.
know.
Like,
It's just like I don't know, son. But my goal for real, is to change that shit, man. I don't care if I'm 89. I have it has to be some shit.
Yeah.
Like we have to get
as women, we gotta stop being so competitive with each other too.
Yeah,
because we're competitive with each other in a bad way. Like guys will, let me put you on just so I could like show everybody I'm better than you, which still works out in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Women, we won't even do that. Like, no, she can't get on my stage. No,
son.
It's not
I'm
happening.
changing that shit. Like that's why I came up with the idea for like the next female rapper show, or if I do want to have my own podcast leading to a radio show, and I want to like play female rap like every like day or some shit, or have like an hour for female rap.
I be tuned in.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
that
like
just sound dope. Mojo Radio. That
I
sound
do
wild.
want. I like speaking. I like talking, so I do want to do other shit besides rapping that involves talking a lot. But I really. Son, that shit's gonna change.
Yeah, I feel like No Name came out with a project.
Yes,
yeah,
Lord,
she did. Son.
Jesus,
she was dope as shit.
And
Didn't
she
you
wasn't
see her
on
live?
the list.
Hold on, let me break this
No
down real
Name
quick.
is,
First,
like,
I saw
love her so much.
2014. I saw Rhapsody live, amazing. Cause it was my first time seeing rap. Ninth Wonder, Common, Jay Electronica. It was
Ninth
incredible.
It
was incredible. Like that night changed my fucking life. Like whole time. And then No Name was actually earlier this year. She came to DC and she was mind blown. Cause she brought like a couple other artists from Chicago with her. It was like her, Kenya, Raven Lene, like they're singers, but No Name, like she did her whole album. We rapped the whole thing. I'm pretty sure I lost my voice at some point. But like just seeing her live, like knowing that.
Yeah, see, she should have been in the category.
Like that.
Fuck?
Like,
They get overlooked so easily, and I feel like it's been everywhere. Like I've been seeing her project, like people listening to it on like maybe that's just the people I follow or something like that.
This is what we need to do. This will
get
stop
No Name,
everything.
first of all. Like,
we need to collaborate more with each other.
For sure.
We need to do more shows with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like it needs to be more female rappers collabing. Like doing more songs. That's the only way it's gonna go away. Like if Azealia Banks and Nicki Minaj was to do a song, that shit, son. Like if they did a whole album,
right?
That's actually
that would be in the category. Like it's just they probably feel. I don't know what they feel, man, but
it's only,
I feel like
it's
that's
only
the
one
only
space
way.
for the only space for one of them. That's
and if
that's,
we put
that
ourselves,
mentality is so messed
and if
up.
we put ourselves together, they have no choice to put us out there. Like they want to see us grinding. I feel like that's the only way for us to come together.
Exactly. No, I agree the same way. I just wanted to get your opinion on it.
I concur.
Like
on the topic of women in hip hop, I concur. I can't say much, but but for real, like this is something that really has been like kind of blowing me about that, like. On the award shows like BET and all that shit, Nicki Minaj is the only one who wins it.
Like she's not the only rapper, son.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
but it's changing. Shout out to Cardi B for being nominated for
Cardi. Yes,
son, Cardi. If
Cardi
she
Bay.
wins, son, that
Cardi
shit, I will literally cry. Like I cried when Tyler won. Like
yo, that
son, I was crying.
Was
like
it 3 Grammys?
Yeah,
Tyler, he much deserved.
If Cardi B wins. It's gonna be the start of something new for female rap. I really feel like we're coming.
Because she's actually a good female rapper.
Yes, and I will concur with that.
I believe her that she writes her own stuff.
Stop saying female rap. Let's just
sorry.
Women in hip hop.
Sorry,
but I mean,
it needs to be addressed because people know that it's a problem.
You're right.
You know?
I be feeling like should I call myself a female rapper? But it probably does need to be addressed.
Yeah,
you
don't have to. I feel like because I like people try to label like they say, oh, you need to add that LGBT tag on your, and I'm like, if you want to, that's fine. I don't care, but I'm not saying like. Not that I don't care. Like, I want to be associated with it. Don't get me wrong, because I need those equal rights for myself.
Wait, what does that mean?
Like, lesbian, gay,
okay.
transgender, all that good stuff.
Oh,
queer.
That's what Young M.A. was talking about. She was talking about that in her interview. Wait, why didn't they put Young M.A.?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, son, like, she gotta, like, be flowing, like, wilder than all these niggas out here, son. Like damn, there's so many.
I hate I hate labels. I hate categories. I hate all that. But it's just like when it's not equal, it needs to be said until it is.
And that's the thing. It's like that.
Because ain't nobody complaining about it.
That problem of being exclusive and inclusive. Everybody wants to be included. but everybody ain't finna include everybody. Like, that's in everything, you know what I mean? Like, LGBTQ, and race relations, and fucking music mostly. I'm just like, bruh, get the stick out your asses and, like, just not be so close-minded, you know what I mean? I'm being real, because it's like, if you're gonna be close-minded, be like, oh, y'all can't sit here, oh, women can't rap. Like, what kind of fuck shit is that?
What if
like,
we complained about it? How do you think that would make us feel?
Like, no, I was about to finish it, but I was letting Mike. I said,
what
was I about to say? I was saying that, like, I was trying to say that, like, people will think that we're, like, complaining about it. Like, oh, my God, we're not good. You know, people don't think we're good, and people don't put us... Like, we're not complaining about it, but we just saying, like, this ain't fair. So it should be fair. We should all be on one level playing field. If one girl can say... Like, sometimes, like, girls will say the same bars that a guy can say, and they'll be like, oh, that's weak. But a guy say something stupid, and they like, oh, that's hard. That's so hard.
No.
Like, because I watch battle rap, okay? So I look at the guys battle rap, and then, like, some of them are hard, and I'll be like, but some of them, they won't be that good, and the crowd like, just hyping them up.
It's like their delivery.
The crowd be hyping them like...
It's like their delivery will exceed their fucking skill.
And then you'll have females who'll say something equivalent to maybe what that other rapper said that wasn't that good, and everybody be like, oh, boo, like, so that's all you hear in the crowd. I'm like, but I just watched another battle rap where he had the same type of scheme, and it was just equally as
like
bad.
That women shouldn't rap, and that's so fucking stupid.
It's like the delivery is gonna outpace this skill. You know what I mean? It's like they shout loud enough, none of their bars are gonna matter. Like, okay, let me address that real quick.
It's
like,
such a trippy, like, playing, like,
it is. It's so trippy, but like, let me address something real quick. Like, if you're in hip hop and you're trying to be an artist, learn the skills it takes to be a fucking artist. Like, don't just focus on, like, making some crank shit. Like, you eventually have to prove at some point you have some kind of skill. Like, that's my thing with the new wave right now, with everybody out now. It's like, they don't really give a fuck about being a quote-unquote rapper or artist. It's like, they're just in the game. Yeah. Like, they getting money or whatever, really, you know what I mean? It is. It's changed so much. Like, I'm not trying to be like one of them old heads, like, oh, you have to rap like the fucking 90s. Oh, you have... Everybody gonna be different. Like, that's the end of it at the end of the day.
Everybody gonna be different, but at least say something.
Right.
I don't know. I just feel like rap comes from... Most people that be doing this shit be black. And they already look at us like we're stupid. So by us saying this stupid shit, just make us look even worse. And then they put those type of songs out to the media to showcase us. Like, and it's just... And
people love it. That's the crazy part.
They just want...
like,
I don't know. So I feel like that's them degrading black people.
And it's funny that y'all mentioned women in hip-hop and the prominent people. Like, MC Light said this, and it stuck with me ever since. She was like, if I had to put music today in a sentence, it's like a never-ending party. I'm like, holy shit. Like, because, like, she said that, and it made so much sense, because, like, everybody's like, oh, all right, it's nothing but crank shit on the radio. It's nothing but, like, the song that's, like, similar subject matter and shit. But what I'm actually appreciating, though, is, like, people like GoldLink, like, they finally got someone on the radio that's like, oh, my God, like, it...
But when they get that good song from them, they play that song, like, they'll put J. Cole on the radio, play his song, like, 20 million times a day.
I know!
And then Kendrick, they'll put Kendrick on the radio, play his song, like, 20 times a day. And then Chance finally got on the radio. They play No Problems, like, every other song. I'm like, they got other music.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're at a point where they can drop more shit.
To play certain artists, if that makes sense.
That's how it works.
If that makes sense.
That's legit how it works.
I mean, there's people in control. They always say, nah, the people demand the music. Like, nah, they don't.
Damn, y'all just inspired me to do something new. Like, maybe I should really get into radio so I can change that shit.
Yeah, because people say radio ain't got no power no more, but that's a lie.
That's a fucking lie.
That's a lie. It is. People still listening to radio in their cars. People still listening to radio online. Like, radio has a huge presence. Hey, this is Nicole Learner. Make sure you stay plugged in with Cole and Soul.
I'm trying to wait for my live to get jumping, but I wanted to get into this Ask Cole and Soul segment. What we're going to do every month is we're going to have people submit on Twitter, on IG, email. By the way, you can follow Cole and Soul WPI on Twitter, IG, and if you got questions for me and Nick or even Odd Mojo or future guests, coleandsoul@gmail.com. That's COLEANDSOUL@gmail.com. Look, we ain't got the budget right now.
Look,
we ain't got the budget right now.
I'm gonna get a burner cell phone the next time.
Or just make like a fake. You can get like an app and get like a fake number and have people call in.
True. I forgot about that shit. Now
1-800 Cole
is so great.
You know, crazy girlfriends be like,
okay. Look, okay, that's a whole. Next topic, crazy. Look. Next topic, crazy girlfriends. Like crazy ass girlfriends. Like
What you doing? Who this?
Wait, ask Cone Soul. So my girlfriend crazy, right?
What you? Oh, I'm sitting here playing 2K. Really? You playing 2K? Where?
No, you playing 2K, right? Yeah. So, matter of fact, Mojo, you got your live up, right?
Yeah, I do.
Cool. Hey, if y'all got questions for Odd Mojo, for myself or Nick, ask Cone Soul. If it's on a new journey, if it's on Steve Harvey and his fuck shit, if it's on anything that we discussed so far, let us know. Like, let us know something. We gonna get this jumping. I think I got something in my live. Hey, what it do? What up?
Ask the questions.
Tis
I don't know if
Lips.
y'all asked questions before. It's only like 2 people. Shout out to my 2 people in here.
Hey, ask questions, damn it. We plugged in.
Hey, Erica
Hey,
B. Yo,
turn up.
shout out to my girl Erica B. I love her. She's so cool.
Hey,
She's like
hey.
the dopest poet in
Hey,
the
Erica
fucking
B.
DMV.
Hey, Erica B, how you doing? Right?
But
Trying to be a guest?
while we waiting for people to ask questions, anything new music coming out?
Hey, Johnny.
Yes, I'm dropping
Johnny,
a song
what it
in
do?
2 weeks. A new song for Mojo Monday.
What?
You heard it here first.
Word.
By
Can
way
we get
of
a
we
title
plugged
or we
in
gotta
new
wait?
Mojo. By the time this airs, it'll probably be a month from now, but it's all good. You know, in the coming
June
weeks
12th,
after
June
this.
12th. Remember, that's the release date. June 12th.
Indeed, that Monday, June 12th, we will be dropping this episode of We Plugged In. We're just recording for purposes. Like, but if y'all got questions on my live, on Mojo's live, on Nick's live, you got any live, Nick?
No, I ain't got no love. Don't nobody like me. Son.
But if they're
I ain't got no friends.
like, we're doing this spur of the moment, we're probably gonna do this once. I'm not too sure. Depends on how this goes. But if y'all got questions for me, Nick, or Mojo, please let us know. We are live right now, literally.
While we just hanging out.
I think we have a question.
Oh, we
guys.
got a question. What's the question?
Read it off. Read it off.
I just came in, but what do you think makes the difference between an artist and a great artist?
Ooh, good question.
Whoever said that, real one.
Like
You are
that question.
An artist
You are
and a great
officially plugged in.
artist. I think the difference between a great artist and an artist is the progression, I think. If that makes sense. Like, just because an artist can just be somebody inspired to do something, but a great artist may be somebody that's been doing this shit for a long time that just has like a lot of experience and they know a lot of shit. Like Kendrick Lamar, he's a great artist, and me, I'm an artist. I don't know.
Word.
That's my theory. What do you guys think?
Damn. Artist and a great artist. That's a good one. Whoever asked that, you're a real one. Again. An artist is somebody who's finding their footing to me, and then a great artist is somebody who already found it. I mean, that's really it. Because it's like, artists, we're finding our footing
That was a
constantly.
deep ass answer.
I mean, for real, because it's like, artists, we're finding our footing. We're trying to figure out where the hell we belong and shit.
Yeah.
And we out here struggling. Great artists, they already did it. Like, they already, they've been on our road and they perfected it, basically. That's what I feel. So.
No, I mean, I don't know how to follow up with that because that's like almost what it is.
Follow
like
it up, Cole.
Anybody can be an artist for real. Like if you have the ability to create anything, like that's where it starts with artistry. So anybody could be an artist, and I think what
Anybody
separates,
can be a great artist.
Yeah, anybody can be a great artist, and what separates them both is that work ethic to like put it in and make sure you make everybody else see your art too. Because if you just write stuff and keep it to yourself, then you might be a good artist, you might be a great artist, but at that point, you're just an artist because nobody else knows. And then what makes you great is when you can work and then put it out there, let everybody see it, and you get to the level that you want to get to. Because you might not want to be the best painter in the world, but you want people to at least buy your work and put it up in a house and make them feel good. So,
Hey,
that's
Nick,
the
I think
difference.
your
That
battery
work
low,
ethics.
young. Like,
Battery down over here. But
Just said, would you say an artist finds inspiration and a great artist gives inspiration?
Yes, to all that, yes.
I say it goes both ways for either the
I would say it goes.
for either the ordinary artist or the great artist, because you can't create art without having some type of inspiration. Like it doesn't. You gotta have something to be your muse. Like because artists hit those slumps where you can't create nothing, you just stuck.
It sucks. It fucking sucks.
And then you hit that muse. It could be anything. It could be a person. It could be an animal. It could be something like you just bought. Like I just bought that mic, and that just like, oh shit, I'm ready to record everything now. So
whole tea.
It could be anything. It could be an event that happens that just sparks you. So it goes both ways.
I mean, I
Thanks
agree.
for the questions, man.
Yeah, I agree with Nick. Like, inspiration will come from anywhere. It'll come from, like, the struggle you're going through. It could be about a wall. It could be about a traffic light. You know what I mean? Like, it can come... If you can make something that'll be relevant to somebody and reach somebody, that's what inspiration does. Like, you know what I mean? Like, side note, somebody makes a song about a traffic light, make it deep as fuck, I will personally invite you on the show. Like, if somebody makes a song about a traffic light and they watching right now and they listening, I will personally invite you on the show and shake your hand. Whole time.
What do you wait?
Traffic.
Looking for my chest.
Feeling kind of.
There's a full map. Y'all, Mojo's face right now. Hold on.
Y'all irritating.
Y'all, like, but nah, but for real, like,
Be rad.
that inspiration game, man. It's
He
real.
said he gonna do it.
Hey, fam, I will personally shake your hand, fam. Like, I don't know about money. That's a whole different thing. But hey.
I'm pretty sure that you could probably find some songs about green light, red light, stop, go. Go too slow.
I'm pretty sure I actually do know some songs like that. That's why, like,
Give me the green light.
Boom, John Legend. Hey, John Legend, get on the show, fam. You're one of my favorite artists anyway. So.
All right, so we're gonna start wrapping up because Odd Mojo has to go soon.
Oh yeah, Mojo gotta, be a rapper and shit. Like, she gotta do a rap shit and do.
I really appreciate you guys having me. This was really fun.
Of course. Already.
Tell everybody where they can find you at, and if you have any events coming up, say that too. So we can get you hooked up and everything.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Odd Mojo, OddMojo. SoundCloud is Odd Mojo, SoundCloud.com/Odd Mojo. And yeah, I have a show coming up at the Crown in Baltimore on the 24th of this month, June. So yeah, you should come by. I think it's like $15 or $10. It's not that much, but if you fuck with me, I might do some contest shit coming up next week. So. I might give out some free tickets or some shit, so just stay tuned. Snap. But I don't know if you guys will release this.
$3.99.
Well, we're gonna release this in 2 days.
Oh, okay, all right, then bet. If they listen to this shit, then they'll hear it.
I hope so.
What was my other question?
Nick,
you had a question?
Oh no, go ahead, Nick.
Nah, I was gonna say, what's your top 3 favorite tracks from yourself?
Ooh,
myself. Damn. I love my music.
I personally fuck with Crazy.
That's I would say the intro. It's the first song I released. I just feel like that's my favorite track because I recorded that at Cal's house. Shout out to Cal Rips.
Cal Rips shit, faux shit.
It was just really inspiring to me, just being in the house with them and just that whole vibe. So that's my favorite track, just because the energy, like you can just hear it.
You said that's the intro?
It's called the intro, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the energy in that song, like it's whack now because like I grew so much, like the wordplay and everything. But you can just hear like the hungriness, and I always listen to it for inspiration. Like, damn, I came from this.
Yeah.
So yeah, the intro, Crazy from my EP 94 is the first track, and Pad and Pen with No Mask, my favorite.
Hey, dope.
All right. Well, you had it here, SolLikeSoul. We plugged in. We had we got Odd Mojo in the building. Gotta get my man voice in there. We got Odd Mojo in the building. My man NishoSoul here with me. Silently K is in the background recording for us.
Shit.
And we thank y'all for listening to this whole podcast. And anybody else want to say some last words before we sign off?
I was going to plug all our pages.
Oh, yeah,
plug. We plugged in. But, again, Twitter, IG, SolLikeSoul, WPI, that is COLEAND, SOUL, That's too much. If y'all can't remember that, we got you. If y'all got questions for any of our future guests or even for us, email is coleandsoul@gmail.com. Me personally, if you want to follow me, I guess, if you want to just see me randomly promote Cole and Soul and music and wrestling shit, I'm on Twitter and IG at NishoSoul. I actually I got a couple shows coming up if y'all want to come see by the time this comes out. Show on the 16th and the 23rd at Culture Coffee, so come through. It's going to be fucking amazing. Nick, you got something?
So yeah, follow me on Instagram. That's my main handle, Nicole Learner. And then you also can find me on Twitter and Facebook. Never forget Cole. And I don't have nothing major coming up except this podcast. Oh, I'm dropping a mixtape. So dropping a mixtape. So there's no date on it yet. But
we should collab.
We can actually. I have space on there for features.
Mojo, we got a whole fucking tape to finish. Like I still got all them tracks.
I'm gonna face ass.
I still got all them tracks. Like
I still have all those tracks.
Oh yeah.
That shit was old. So I was fucked up back then. So
Man,
delete
man,
all that shit. Delete all that shit.
Oh, delete all that shit. All right, start all over. Word. But whole time. But I really appreciate Mojo for coming out. Mojo, thank you.
So appreciate
Seriously, for real. Next guest, I don't know, but we gonna figure it out.
Before we go, I just want to tell all the listeners